Have you landed on the ground? Use all your senses. See how you feel.
No, I just feel like I'm in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice, it's soft.
Yes, beautiful. There's a reason why your higher self has brought you. What do you feel? You said it feels soft.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you're doing here?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. Does it feel familiar?
Yes.
Beautiful. Do you feel you have a body in this time and space that you are in?
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. Look down at your feet. Even though you're in the darkness, you have your light inside of you. Shine your light upon yourself. And within this darkness, look down at your feet. How many toes do you have?
I have human feet.
Mm-hmm. What is the color tone of your skin?
It's regular color, human.
Mm-hmm. Look at your hands. Are you carrying anything in your hands?
No.
Mm-hmm. Look at your hair, your eyes. Describe yourself. You can see, sense, feel, and know everything very clearly. Describe in detail what you look like.
Long, dark black hair, long, thick.
Are you wearing anything?
Yes, beige, and like an apron, like a peasant.
Are you still in the dark space or have you moved out?
And on the ground, on the pebble on the ground is brown.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Are you alone or is there anyone here with you?
I'm
Do you feel more female or male?
one female.
Female. Younger or older?
30s.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Look all around you. You can see, sense, feel, and know everything very clearly. Where are you right now? What do you have around you?
It looks like the desert, arid.
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing here on this desert land? Do you recognize it? Is it familiar?
Yes.
What are you doing here?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It'll start to get clearer and clearer. How about we move the scene? Let's move the scene to the next significant, important event you need to experience within this lifetime that you have arrived at. You're there now. Describe what you sense, see, feel, and know.
I'm in the marketplace. It's busy.
Mm-hmm. Are you here alone or with someone?
I'm alone.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel the same age as the one in the desert?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Describe the marketplace. What do you sense here?
It's loud and noisy and lots of people and the smells and sights and the sun is hot and
Mm-hmm. And what are you doing here? What is the purpose of your visiting here?
I'm just exploring what it's like to be here.
Mm-hmm. Is this the first time you're coming here?
Yeah, just here. I'm observing and noticing and just detached and taking it in, all the smells and the people and
Mm-hmm. What about the other people? What do they look like and how are they dressed?
they're dressed like from this place. From this, it's back in time from, like, I don't know when it is, but it's not now.
Yes, I understand. Let's see what you're doing here. Keep moving the scene along and describe to me in detail as you go. Is there anything significant and of importance that stands out at this marketplace? Any person or anything, any event?
It's just dusty and food and the smells, and I picture this because it's so interesting and so vibrant with humanity.
Beautiful. Let's move the scene along and see where you go next. Keep moving the scene along. Describe as you go. What do you do next as you go to the marketplace?
I move into the house of worship.
Mm-hmm. Describe the house of worship. What do you mean by it?
They're praying on their knees and they're making sounds, and I'm just noticing.
Mm-hmm. Are you not participating in the prayers?
No.
Mm-hmm. And who are they worshiping? You can see and sense very clearly.
It is a false god. It is an aspect of fragment, but it is not whole.
So what happens since it's a false god? As they're worshipping, since from the point of view that you're viewing everything, you can see everything very clearly. As they're worshipping these false gods, what happens? What's actually happening when they're worshipping?
Well, it's okay because grace is coming through anyway, and they are feeling the feeling that it is enough.
Okay, let's move the scene along to the next significant event you need to experience within this same lifetime for yourself, for your highest good. You're there now. Let's see why your higher self has brought you here. You can see, sense, feel, know everything very clearly.
There's a community outside this busy city, and everyone is wearing white. That is beautiful, and they are beautiful.
And what is your connection to this community? Do you recognize it?
It's the Essenes.
It's the Essenes. Does it feel familiar to you, this community?
Yes.
Would you like to go visit?
Yes, but I am not one with them. I'm not with them. I'm just there. I'm not one of them.
Would they allow you to visit?
Yes.
Beautiful. Who lets you in?
They do. They know me.
They know you. Beautiful. Let's see what you do here. Describe this community that you're in now, the Essenes. What does it look like from inside? Is it gated?
No.
Okay. Describe it. What does it look like? Feel like?
It's a community. It is loving. Has a system of service and a rhythm and order and love. Everything is clean, and even in the desert with all the dust, and somehow it stays beautiful and shiny.
How do they do that?
I don't know, it's their energy, it's their way, it's the flow.
Beautiful. Is it a very large community?
No, it's not. It's many families, young people, but it's not chaotic like it was before in the market. Like, not that. Lots of open space.
Beautiful. Is there anyone that is familiar to you that calls your attention within this community? Take a look. Look all around. Look into the eyes. The eyes are a window to the soul. Do you recognize anyone?
Yes, there's a woman with very blue eyes, and a ring in her nose, and a beautiful skin, brown.
Beautiful.
All white. Her eyes are beautiful.
Is she younger or older?
Younger. 20s.
20s. Do her eyes remind you of anyone that you know?
My mom.
Beautiful. And what is her role within this community in the Essenes?
She is learning. She's learning the ways here. She's learning to be a powerful being here.
And is she an Essene herself, or she's come from outside?
No, she belongs here.
She belongs here. Anyone else that you recognize? Feel the energies.
There's another older woman. The eyes are similar.
Beautiful. Anyone else?
No, it's all I recognize now.
Beautiful. Let's see why you're here. Keep moving the scene along slowly, and let's see what you do here. Describe to me as you go. If there's anything that comes of attention, within the community or the rituals, anything that they're doing, saying, anything that you think is a message, keep sharing as you go along. The more you talk, the more you'll be able to see, sense, feel, and know. You're doing beautifully.
They're learning alchemy. They are learning how to transmute, to shift timelines, to anchor into the earth and the power of Gaia for a great pain, a wave that's coming.
What pain wave are you referring to?
Jesus, Jesus, and his departure and his coming and going, and they're readying.
Are they all aware of it?
Yes, yes, they know.
Mm-hmm. Do you see Yeshua?
Yes, he's small.
Can you repeat that?
He's small. He's a baby. He's little.
He's a baby. Mm-hmm.
He's all swaddled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he's still a baby, but they're preparing for the pain already?
Yes. They don't all know. Some know.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Who are the ones that know? You can tell.
My mom knows.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They know. They know. The elders know. The earth knows.
Mm-hmm.
Gaia knows.
Yes. Feel free to release those emotions. Mm-hmm. In terms of being his relatives or...
Yes, no, they're just there. They're supporting.
Mm-hmm.
They're a part of it. They came to do this work. They came here now to do this, to be a part of this time.
Or anyone else that you recognize.
Mary has got her feet in the water. There's a running water, like almost like a stream, which is odd in the desert. It's strange. It's magical.
Mm.
And her feet are there and she's cool, keeping cool. My mother tend to her and love her.
Mm. Has she just had the baby?
Not long. It's not been long. Maybe. No, Yeshua's like 3 or 6 months. So it's been, but she has tears and she goes to the water, puts her feet in and has her tears and asking God to give her strength and to forget what she knows so she can raise this boy with joy and laughter so that he can be in the body now and here and have that experience that he wanted without the burden of the knowing.
Yes. And how was this shared with her?
In a download, in a light beam, root and the crown.
Mm-hmm. Was it before his birth or during or
Yes,
after?
before.
Mm-hmm. So going in, she was aware of
Yes.
what the plan was. Mm-hmm. Look into the eyes of Mother Mary. Do her eyes remind you of anyone that you know? Allow yourself to feel from your heart.
Her energy reminds me of my guru. She's just waves and waves of love, and
Mm-hmm.
she has attained that. She sits in that state.
Mm-hmm. Let's move the scene along. Moving the scene along to the next significant event you need to experience within this lifetime that you're visiting. You're there now. What is going on?
It is at the cross. It is that he is there. He is so broken, and she is at his feet.
Mother Mary?
Yeah.
Can you trace back a little bit, tracing back a little bit before all this happened? Let's go back to another timeline when Yeshua grows up and you see some significant, important milestone events within his lifetime. You're there now.
Mm-hmm.
Describe what you see.
It is revealed to him now. He knows now. He is on his knees with his arms open, with his head up, open, surrender, palms up. He is open to receiving this knowing. He's a teenager. He's 15, 16, not fully formed.
Is there a reason why this was shared so early with him?
So that he can stay anchored and have the human experience he wanted to have alongside this knowing, to live that the rest of the time without wasting time.
Mm-hmm. Look into his eyes. The eyes are a window to the soul. Do his eyes remind you of anyone that you know within your lifetime?
No, but he's so beautiful.
Yes. What color are his eyes?
They're light.
Light.
Amber, like light.
Mm-hmm.
The blue and amber, I don't know, it's unusual.
Mm-hmm. Like a color you can't describe?
Yes.
How about the color of his hair?
It's light, a brown light, kind of wavy.
Mm-hmm.
Sun, lots of sun. His skin is brown.
Mm-hmm.
Open, his face is so beautiful.
Yes, so it is. Beautiful. Let's move the scene along from here. Let's see where you go next. What happens next? Of importance. You're there now.
He's learning the alchemy, learning how to move energy through his body.
Mm-hmm. And who's teaching him?
The other women, his mother, the other priestesses, the other initiates.
Mm-hmm. Are they, like you can say, like the elders of the Essenes?
Yes, yes, the elders.
Uh-huh. What about his father? What role does he play?
I'm not sensing him. He's there. He's less a part of this, more about the grounding, more about holding the masculine, the divine masculine.
Thank you for sharing. Like he's anchoring love light.
Yes, yes. And he does that privately in his time, less ceremony. Yes.
Let's move the scene along to the next significant, important event you need to experience for your highest good and highest healing. You're there now.
I am touching my palms with his palms, and I can feel the chakras open in my hands. I can feel his energy going through my arms, right into my heart. And I feel our connection is so beautiful and strong.
Beautiful. Look at yourself. Describe yourself at this moment. What are you wearing? What do you look like?
I am in white. I am slender and brown and long hair and beautiful big eyes.
And what is your connection with Yeshua? You know and sense it very clearly in your heart.
I love him. He loves me. We love.
Is he initiating you too?
Yes.
Is this the first time that you've met him?
No.
Is there a name that you go by that you're aware of? Feel yourself in your heart.
Mary. I'm just Mary.
Beautiful.
It's not that way. It's Mari.
Mari? Is that how you say it?
Yeah. It's Mari.
Mari.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Let's move the scene along to the next significant event you need to experience for your highest good. You're there now. What happens next of importance?
We are moving sacred energy between us from our hearts. We have our hands, we are kneeling, and we have our hands palm to palm, facing down and up. And we are deeply breathing, pulling up energy from the earth, up inside from the root chakra, moving up the spine all the way up to the top of the head like a great serpent winding around the spine, and the infinity sign moving up and down from the throat, the heart, the third eye. And we are just breathing and feeling all this energy moving between us. It's one of many practices, one of many ways to ground and also ascend to clear the vessel and hold code.
Mhm. Can this be practiced between any two individuals?
Yes.
Beautiful. Keep moving the scene along. What happens next of importance within the same lifetime? You're there now.
I'm having such a pain in my heart.
Heart
It's terrible. And
yes.
right now, here I'm so uncomfortable.
Yes. Heart self, if you can please start elevating that pain now, elevating that pain. If there's anything that's causing it, containing it now and elevating that pain for her. Is it more towards the right side?
It is behind the heart. It is behind the heart. It is behind the heart.
Okay. Heart self, if you can start elevating that pain now, we will get to it. Let's move to the next significant event you need to experience within this same lifetime. You're there now. What do you see, sense, feel, and know?
I am saying goodbye in this realm for this time. We are forehead to forehead, and I will miss his body. I will miss this connection of this time. I will miss this beingness. It really hurts so much. The heart hurts. It is so tight. And I've had it so much, this tight in the heart, and it is not going. It is just, I feel like it's just here.
Feels like a tear?
It's just here. This pain is just there. In the back of the heart, it is so tight. And it's.
Heart self, please start the process of healing now. Start the process of healing her now. Does he give you any message?
I just hear love. That's all I hear. It's just love, love. And I'm asking for more, but it's all I'm hearing is just love and love and love, like a frequency, like a, not how we say love, but how love feels and what it does, and the transmission of that word and how it's used, not the same.
Yes.
It's said, not the same. It's
Let's move the scene to the next significant event you need to observe for your highest good. You're there now.
I am at the place where the rock, where he was, and he is no longer there. But his wrap is there, his white linens. I picked them up and smelling them, holding them close, and it is quiet. And it is just me there.
And where's his body?
It is gone.
Where's the body gone?
It is gone.
Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to the time that you visited first. You're there now. Let's see what exactly transpires. Higher self is containing, alleviating any pain that might rise. Keep healing her as she goes through the process. Describe what you see, sense, feel, and know you're there now.
He is alone and feeling this. He knows that we are there, but he is alone. It is his journey. And he knows that we are holding our love for him and source, and that we are there. So many women who know and feel his essence, and we also feel the love of Gaia, of her love, coming up from the ground into us, anchoring him. The cross itself and is anchored into her. And she is sending love and healing through that wood from her trees into him, easing the pain, making it just a little easier, just a little more comfort. And it's time now to take that down and soon.
And from where you are, can you telepathically connect with him? Does he give any messages?
Yes, I am hearing, I am love, I am love, I am love, I am love. And we know this is true. I feel this is true. But I feel we are in the human suffering. We're not feeling the transcendence that he's feeling. We're just feeling the suffering. We're not feeling he's already in that space of being one. And we are still here on this plane and feeling some separation and his loss. And not fully understanding why and sources plan. But we just keep breathing and connecting and grounding and all the things we've learned and we know, trusting. But the human mind is upset and up in arms a little and shattered a little bit. But we hold I feel that we're huddled together and we feel this wave of connection to these women. It's a force in itself. It is a power in itself, this force of women together. As individuals, we have power, but together it's awesome. These initiates, the elders, and there's young and the children, and it's women. We are all women.
Is Mother Mary with you within this group?
Not with us, but not. She's having a different experience, I think, it seems.
What does it feel like for her?
She is where he is. She is experiencing that. But also the pain of the mother, the loss of the body and her motherhood. And there's some human flex of that she's folding into this experience. She is a master. She is. Yes.
What happens next?
We get him back. He has passed, and we are wailing and making our sound, the sound of the collective, of a frequency, a vibration sound that comes out as one from our voices as individuals. It sounds like ah, ah, ah. And those sounds heal and mend and carry and give us strength and love. And they bring him down, and the cross is coming down now, and he's there, and it's hard to see. It is so hard to see the broken, the beauty of what was and now what is, and it's still beautiful, it's still radiant, it's still him. I can't look, I don't want to look. When they take the nails and I don't And so we cover him, and Mary does it. Mary does much of that. And then the men,
Mother Mary?
yeah, she
Mhm.
is the one who's moving his body around, and they take the nails out, she moves, and then he's wrapped. And then the men come, and they carry him, and we are behind, making our sound, touching him in his head and touching his hair, and now he's ours again to do our rituals and our loving ablutions and to restore the body as it was as much as we can. And that's what we do. That's what we will do. And that makes us happy. And we can still feel him with us. He's still here. His presence is here. His love is still here. As they carry him down this hill, down into our sacred area, space.
Mhm. Where do you take him? What do you do next?
He's brought into one of the spaces that we do worship, with stone, and it's cool. And there's light around candles, and it smells beautiful, and it's flowers, and they lay him down, and we all set to work on bathing him and cleaning him and perfuming him and loving his body. And it's so hard to see him this way, but it must be done. And we do it with love and devotion, and we can feel so much grace in this space. And we are so proud of him and love him so. We are no longer weeping, making that sound. It's just being.
Mm-hmm. Do you leave the body here in this space?
No.
Mm-hmm. Where is the body taken?
To that stone. It's a stone that it's like a cave, but it's open. It's an open, and the stone goes across, and there's a stone in the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we put him in there. And it is hidden. It is not easily found.
Mm-hmm. It is just you all who know that he's there in this space?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not the Romans?
No.
Mm-hmm. What happens next of importance? You're there now.
I am back sitting as I was before, sitting with what he left behind, the clothing, the linen. And I'm sitting and I'm holding it and smelling it and holding it to my heart. And we each have privacy, our time to come and be here. And this is my time.
Mm-hmm.
And I can breathe him in, and I can feel what we felt. And I'm changing now. I have to change and put all the love I had for him on source,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just too painful to miss. So I'm actively trying to make this shift. That love I had for him, and to put to source itself.
Mm-hmm. But there was a body here, and now there's no body?
No.
How many days do you think have passed since his passing?
I'm 3.
Mm-hmm. What do you do next as you see? Are you surprised? What is your reaction to it?
It's not, I don't feel surprised. I feel I expected it. It would not be here to decay, and it has a different law. It has a different synergy around it, a different substance, if you will, it doesn't follow the rules
Mm-hmm.
of this plane.
Yes. Were you aware that something like this would transpire?
Yeah, possibly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just know when it was discovered, I was, of course, I said, of course, I thought, of course.
Who discovered it first?
I'm hearing Joseph.
Mm-hmm. What do you do next now that you see the body is not here? Do you have directions or guidance on what has to be done now?
So we each take some of that cloth. All of us take some of that cloth and we use this cloth for healing. And there's nothing left here now. There's nothing left here. It's time to move. And that is sad.
Mm-hmm.
But we cannot stay.
You can't stay here anymore?
No.
Why is that?
Energetically, it's not here. It's somewhere else.
You feel his energy has moved somewhere else?
Yes, it's somewhere else. We have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Do
safe.
you think he's... Sorry, go ahead.
It's not safe. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
The energy has left.
Mm-hmm. And since his body's missing, do you think that he's around in an energy form or a body form? What do you sense? How about you move the scene along to the next significant event to see what it is that you do? You're there now.
I am getting into a boat and I am going
Mm-hmm. Where are you going?
to another land, another place.
Mm-hmm. Are you alone or is there anyone else with you?
There are the initiates. They are there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not all. We're going to different places. It has been decided that we are better if we separate to practice and to continue in different places.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to be with Mary, and that is sad.
Mm-hmm. What about his apostles?
I'm with the women. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel, it just feels hard. It feels, I am better with the softness of who we are and how we practice. I understand it's ancient what we do, and it's different. It's a different energy how they move and practice.
Mm-hmm. Keep moving the scene along to the next significant event. You're there now. Where does the boat land?
Camargue.
Uh-huh. Have you ever been here before?
Yes, I have.
Mm-hmm. What do you do next as you land here?
It is so unfamiliar. It is watery and marshes and wet and strange.
Mm-hmm.
And it smells like the sea. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where we were to go.
Mm-hmm. And who advised you to be here? Was there anyone that advised? Mary?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She and those, they have the plan. They know the plan, and we are growing into the plan.
Mm-hmm.
And we trust with absolute trust, absolute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels like the energy is transferred to her. And so we all know a deep knowing this is for each of us must be. And we feel the perfection of that.
Yes. Let's see what you do here. Is it just you initiates? Are there children? Are there partners?
There are some children. There are children, but it's women, and there are some husbands of the women, but they are not the power, not the leaders.
Mm-hmm.
They are following. They are here to protect, here to safeguard the women.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Do you have any child with you?
Yes, there's a small child holding my hand. Little fingers, small fingers. Small fingers. Small fingers.
Mm-hmm. Is it a boy or a girl?
It is a boy.
Mm-hmm. How's this boy related to you?
He's my boy.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. What do you do next as you land in this new space? What do you all do?
We bless the land. I'm so grateful to be off the water, and we bless the land and thank Gaia for providing it. We get on our knees and put our heads to the ground, forehead touching the ground, to feel her love, to anchor into her again, and to build something here that's new. We ask for her blessing, and we feel how much she loves us deeply.
Mm-hmm. And as you live within this time and space, do you get any communication from Mother Mary or Yeshua or anyone else from the elders?
I'm being asked to become more than I am. And to do so, I have to sit on the ground with my tailbone touching the earth, and that this energy comes up through the earth into the spine and out through the heart. And this is how I will build on this plane in this time. Everything will manifest through that, anchoring in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And it will create.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they are both wanting me to do, to become more, and to hold more.
Mm-hmm. What was the plan with Yeshua since his body was no longer there? What did that actually mean? You can see, sense, feel, and know everything very clearly.
It was about the miracle of being in this realm and how the veil is so thin from this realm to the next. And then I need to remember that in creating this here, how thin that veil is.
Mm-hmm.
And that these miracles must continue and will continue.
Mm-hmm. And does he actually return?
I can feel him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's him or if it's calling him.
Mm-hmm. You can see, sense, feel, and know everything very clearly. Look all around you. Describe what you see, sense, feel, and know.
See him.
Mm-hmm. You see him in the physical?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What is he doing here?
Mm. It's a different kind of body, different look, different, but same. Taller.
Mm-hmm.
But it's his eyes, it's him.
Mm-hmm. Does he have a message for you?
You are that. You are that. You are that. And he wants me to repeat, I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. The I am presence. I am.
Mm-hmm. I am. Mm-hmm. Does he continue to live here? What happens next of importance within this time and space?
He comes to visit in this form, but he's not here in the day to day.
Mm-hmm. And in this form, does he visit others as well?
Yes.
Do you all communicate with each other? All the other apostles, the initiates, Mother Mary? Do you all ever communicate, like
Yes, we do.
like
We do.
physically or telepathically?
Both.
Both. Mm-hmm. Does Mother Mary send any message about him?
No, but we know that we will see each other again. We will hold each other. We will connect again physically. But we sit in meditation and we tell each other information as we continue to evolve. And yeah.
Beautiful. Let's move the scene to the last day of this lifetime. To the last day of this life that you've lived. You're there now. Look all around you. Describe what you see, sense, feel, and know.
I see beloved faces leaning over me, friends and loved ones. When I am ready, I am grateful. I love them, but I am ready to leave. And it is peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Is your son around?
Yes, he is beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and take that last breath now. Shaking that last breath and leaving that vessel now. Leaving that vessel. Floating away in your spirit form. Let's see where your soul takes you. Where do you go from here as you're leaving this lifetime?
I am in a crystalline space. modalities.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Greetings, welcome. Love you, honor you, and respect you. Am I speaking to myself now?
Yes.
Thank you. If I may ask you, are you male or female?
Female.
Thank you, sister, for being here. I know that you could have shown her any of her lifetimes. May I ask you questions about the one that you just showed her?
Yes.
Wonderful. Why is it that you chose to show her this particular lifetime with the scenes? What is the reason for her to visit this today?
To drop into that infinite love. Because she knows how to do that, and to practice more of the alchemy, to drop into that love, more of the breath, more of that remembering.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that herself. Initially, when she started, she said she was in a dark space, but it seemed familiar and the energy was very soft. Can you explain to her where she was at that moment? Thank you.
It's like the void. It's the velvety space between lives.
Mm-hmm. Is there any reason why she needed to visit that before her experience?
To stop the anticipation and trying to create, to just move into that being state that she knows between lives.
Beautiful. So initially, when she started off at the marketplace and she entered the community, she said that they were the Essenes, but she was not a part of them. But eventually, we saw her having a very deep connection with Yeshua. Can you explain to her herself and whatever can be shared safely? What is her connection there?
She came to visit, to experience from her planet, from her place, just to be amongst humans, to feel what it feels like to be a human. And that place was so vivid, so she was attracted to it, and that's where she went. And then she saw just the worship that was not a full understanding of it, of how the dynamic, the relationship between God's source and humans, and it's so small, it's a very fragmented way. And then she was drawn to this community. And as she looked around and recognized, she stayed, decided to stay. And it became her people and this incarnation of hers.
Beautiful. She said her name was Mary. Do you want to expand anything on that herself?
She was hearing it as Mari.
Mari.
Yes.
Is there anything she's trying to hold back?
Yes, she's still trying to make sense of this, and this not is interfering.
Herself, can you help her ego mind just step to the side so that she can accept? We heard Yeshua in the end saying, "You are that, you are that, you are that." Can you allow her to understand that and sense that and tell her who she is? If this is a time, or we can talk about it later after the healing.
She needs to sit in meditation and repeat this. She gets distracted and the shielding is not enough. She needs to sit and do the meditation of I am that.
Beautiful. Thank you, Harsa, for that suggestion. And what was the reason for also she met her mother there?
Yes, they've been together so many times and they landed in this incarnation together at the same time.
Beautiful. Thank you, Harsa. Is there anything else that you want to share with us, within that lifetime? So that we didn't ask of importance?
For her to practice that alchemy, to learn the ways of the Essenes, to remember, it will help as this fractal that she is now here.
Mm-hmm.
This
Beautiful.
part, this piece of her. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I think this is perhaps the third or the fourth session that I'm getting, which is to do with the scenes. Is there anything that we're doing in particular in these timelines herself to do with the scenes lifetimes and Yeshua's, the events that occur, because of which, these sessions are coming back to back? Is there any healing needed for the collective? Yes. Anything that's needed to be done in these times?
Yes, we are shifting a timeline. And so these practices and the purity of this community is what's needed. And the women and their way of loving and their power is a prescription for this time. So to find those practices and to create them as rituals in these times, it will aid and help others in their remembering and their knowing.
Beautiful. So we have to practice and be what the Essenes were, to hold the times and the love light now in these times.
Yes.
For the events that have to occur. Is that correct?
Yes.
As I understand it? Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful. Is that why you're helping people remember who they are and their connections with the scenes and how they've been connected?
Yes, because this is another momentous time. There's a powerful shift, and this is important. And people have forgotten the sacred alchemy and the importance of it. And that will anchor in the shift.
Yes. And also as a collective, mostly the collective remembers the pain and the sorrow and the tears at the events that occurred. And very rarely does the larger community, I'm saying within, the 3D world, very rarely do people talk about the love light that was emanated by Yeshua through the whole event. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the love that is meant to be spread instead of, just the pain.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So much love. Yes. The 3D is anchored into the death, into the suffering. Much love happening both in the earth and on it and above.
Yes, it was a big relief to watch and to envision the love light going from Gaia through the cross to Yeshua and the state of transcendence that he was in at that time. That was a beautiful relief to watch. Thank you Hariself. Is there anything else that you want to share about this lifetime, or can we move on to the body scanning and healing for now?
Let's move on.
Wonderful. Thank you, Harself. Would you like to conduct the body scanning and healing yourself, or do you want to, ask for assistance from another ascended being or archangel?
Let's ask for assistance.
Who should we call?
Michael Zadkiel.
Wonderful. Let's do that. Archangel Michael and Archangel Zadkiel, we call upon you to join us, dear brothers, for the body scanning and healing now. Feel the energies entering through your crown, such beautiful, loving, kind, compassionate, yet powerful energies, connecting with you even deeper than before. Welcome, dear brothers. Greetings. Welcome, Archangel Michael Zadkiel. Brothers, thank you for being here. Love you, honor you, and respect you. I can feel you deeply. Thank you. Now, since her heart was aching a lot during the whole experience, can we start healing her heart from the traumas of that lifetime or any other that she's had, brothers?
Yes.
Let's take a look and see in the heart, what was happening in the heart that was hurting? Was it just the trauma, organic, or is there anything else attached there that needs healing?
It's organic.
Let's start healing her now. And can we call on the Divine Mother and Yeshua as well to heal her heart and expand it further? Beautiful. She has the most beautiful, glorious heart. If you can heal it of any and all traumas of current lifetime and across all timelines in the infinity of creation, so that she can be the most beautiful divine being with the most glorious heart that she's meant to have. And then open up the chakras that are meant to open up for her. Archangel Michael and Zadkiel. How many chakras does she have open in her heart so far? Out of the 3?
Yes.
All 3?
Yes, they're open.
Wonderful. That's what I felt. Let's go ahead and heal her for that now. Now, what else calls your attention? Let me see what needs attention first.